may mental health struggle ako, pupunta ako sa psychiatrist, or pupunta ako sa mental health clinic, right? And those are interventions. What about prevention? So, doon nag-focus si Tanglaw. Ayaw ng mga tao kapag natag ka na may mental health issues ka, baliw ka, ganyan, it got extreme to the point na, you know, may family members na kinukulong. And so, we wanted to become that bridge. That's where we came up with Tanglaw Mental Health.
Magandang araw! Welcome back to another episode. Ako ang iyong Kuya E. Bago tayo mag-start, shoutout muna tayo sa ating mga sponsors. Pixie Merch. Kung kailangan mo ng corporate giveaways o printed materials para sa marketing and advertising, like flyers, calling cards o tarpaulin, sila na ang one-stop shop para sa lahat ng company needs mo. Check out Pixie Merch sa Instagram or call 0947-998-4169. Also, si Burst Creative Studio. Kung naghahanap ka ng quality content creation, podcast production o studio rental, sila na ang partner mo for turning ideas into powerful stories. Check them out at burstcreativestudio.com. InfoTxt. Kung gusto mong mapadali ang communication ng business mo, sila ang go-to platform for bulk SMS solutions at API. Check out myinfotxt.com para sa hassle-free messaging. Alam nyo ba, kahit pa super uso ng usapan about mental health ngayon, ang hirap pa rin for many people to actually get access to real support. Minsan, puro awareness campaign lang, pero paano yung sustainable solutions na talagang tumutulong sa schools, workplaces, at communities? Well, our next guest is on a mission to change that. She's the founder of Tanglaw Mental Health, a pioneering org na hindi lang nag-educate, pero gumagawa ng real, practical, and sustainable programs para maging mentally healthy spaces ang mga schools, companies, at communities. At take note at a very young age, naka-TEDx speaker na siya. Twice. Na-feature pa siya sa Philippine Star at partnered with big companies and schools nationwide. Pero beyond the achievements, she's a creative, a casual gamer, and someone who believes na you are what you believe. Mga kaibigan, let's all welcome Ann Silva. Welcome, Ann.
Hello.
Kumusta?
Better than good.
Yes, better than good. So, Ann, grabe, no? At a very young age, TEDx speaker. Alam mo, dream ko rin yan na ma-invite naging TEDx speaker. Let's go back, no? How did this Tanglaw Mental Health start? Ano yung background mo before that?
I was just a normal employee. I was a headhunter. And this was right after I graduated, right after I became a licensed psychometrician. I was just a normal employee. And it was also there that I had this thirst for more knowledge. No? Parang gusto ko pang mag-aral. And so I took up graduate school at the University of the Philippines, Diliman, in psychology. Ito yung pinag-graduatean ko nung undergrad and gusto ko ituloy, no? Dahil kulang pa yung struggle mag-aaral. So yeah, I attended that. Unfortunately, I couldn't balance it with being a full-time employee. So I turned to one of my high earning skills, which is writing. So since I started grad school, I was also a freelance writer at that time. It was there. Nung nag-aaral ako, attending different classes, kanya, I had the opportunity to attend this like one class. And pinakasabi ng prof namin is, gawa kayo ng initiative. Maggrupo kayo and then gawa kayo ng mental health initiative. Kasi yung
group project?
Oo, parang group project. So, yun. And because at that time, I was I started grad school 2018 and then I attended this particular class 2019. 2018 to 2019. At that time, yung mental health hindi pa masyado talaga pinag-uusapan and a lot of it is like taboo. And we saw a lot of cases of it sa provinces ganyan na it was really like shunned, you know, talagang ayaw ng mga tao kapag natag ka na may mental health issues ka, baliw ka, ganyan, it got extreme to the point na, may family members na kinukulong, ganyan, just so that don't bring shame upon our family, parang ganun. And so, ganun ka-extreme yung view sa mental health at that time. And so, yung professor namin wanted to promote, kumbaga, a better awareness about mental health. Some of our groups, they went to different communities, nag-TSWT, indigenous communities, mga ganyan. And for our group, we looked to social media.
Okay.
So, because at that time, it was 2019, I'm not sure if you recall, no, pero napaka-rampant yung mga posts doon that says like, psychology says, mga ganyan.
Referring to parang yung theory ng psychology.
Oo, parang mga random like behavioral observations that they point to, this is how psychology explains it.
Pero hindi naman talaga.
Pero hindi naman talaga.
So, fake news.
Parang gano'n.
Okay.
So sabi namin, andito tayo sa academe, we're learning a lot of things about psychology, about mental health, what it really is, right? Why don't we become the bridge? Kasi ang dami sa mga natututunan namin, useful. Asan magagamit ng mga tao sa pang-araw-araw nilang buhay. And so, we wanted to become that bridge. That's where we came up with Tanglaw Mental Health. It was just a group project that we started on Facebook and Instagram. There were five of us, and sabi namin, okay, mag-post tayo once a day, every weekday, kanyan, na iba't ibang topics. At first, we were talking about anxiety, about depression, yung mga familiar sa mga tao. And as the weeks went by, we were getting more and more surprised na tumataas yung traction ng mga posts namin. It got so big, to the point that we reached, I think it was around 2 million people nationwide. And it was much to our surprise, no? Because we were just a simple group project. Group project naman, gusto lang naman yung grade. Ganyan, ng magandang grade. But because it got that big, we started getting invites. No? There were companies, schools that were inviting us to do talks, interviews, workshops sa places nila. They were just messaging us on Facebook, on Instagram, ganyan. And, at that point, nakuha na namin yung grade namin. And my group mates, they had work. So, we had to part ways. But on my end, I was a freelancer. I had a lot of time on my hands. And I saw the potential of Tanglaw Mental Health to help a lot more people. At that point, I talked with my professor, I talked with my other group mates na, okay lang ba if I take this on, ganyan. And so, they gave me the blessings, I did, and started to do those talks and workshops. So I did talks at, I think nung earlier times na yan, I did talks at UST, other colleges around Manila, no? And I was also doing talks sa mga different small companies also. And kasi, more and more yung mga tao, lalo na yung mga majority of their employees are like around millennial, mga ganon. So they were becoming more aware about mental health and they wanted to do talks. Yan. Mga simple lang, stress management, resilience, mga ganon lang. Towards the end of 2019, we were fortunate enough to be incorporated.
When you say we, sinong kasama mo doon?
It was me, and I nag-hire ako ng mga part-timers. I also got interns, ganyan. Because at that time, it's like sobrang baby pa. So it was really just me, full time. Correct. Oo. So talagang it was just me full time. At the start of 2020, the pandemic struck. I wouldn't say it's serendipity, no? But it kind of was. Kasi nagsisimula pa lang yung Tanglaw, and although honestly, at the start of the pandemic, I really didn't know what to do. Kasi parang, anong gagawin ko sa mental health?
Parang ikaw din kailangan mental health.
Medyo, oo. So, yeah, it was but at the same time, I was observing all around me, everyone was also struggling. No? Na parang, okay, mukhang mas nagiging aware na yung mga tao about mental health.
Yes.
And more people were actually like needing mental health support. I like spent countless nights formulating a new strategy have Tanglaw help these people who are struggling. The opportunity for me there, at least yung nakita ko, was to support the HR of companies. Kasi tuloy pa rin, business as usual pa rin online nga lang, right? Pero business as usual. And nakikita ng mga HR, ng mga business leaders, they see their people struggling and they don't know what to do, right? And so I started working with HR for small companies, yung mga heads nila, in providing intensive like workshops, ganyan. And talks as well, to help them go through, like help their employees through what they're experiencing at that time. Because at that time, and I'm sure you also recall, no, there are a lot of people grieving. Kasi there are a lot of people who passed away from COVID, and so nag-grieve yung mga tao. Like, how do we help those people at that time? One of the most revolutionary things that we were able to do sa mga online workshops and talks namin was anonymized FAQs. So at the end of every talk, meron akong like proprietary na format for that, no? Pero at the end of every activity that we had anonymized FAQs. So essentially, they went to this website and they just typed in their questions.
Any question?
And then we just see that pop out dun sa presentation. It's just gonna pop out and we wouldn't know who it was from. And it was because of that revolutionary thing that helped a lot of employees feel safe. Na, okay, pwede ako magtanong na kahit ano. Sa'yo. Right? Kasi yun yung pinaka nakakatakot at that time, no? Na people will see me struggling.
Kasi may stigma nga.
Exactly.
Kapag may mental health ka, parang, way.
Correct. Diba? Na parang, ay, may problema pala siya sa isip. No? Parang gano'n. Right? But because of those, that anonymized FAQ, it really helped me and helped me help a lot of people. So essentially, that was like one of the big factors that helped Tanglaw support a lot more companies. It was also around that time that one day I received a call from HR of the National Irrigation Administration. Sabi, nagpo-provide po kayo ng workshops, no? On resilience, ganyan. Opo. Kasi sa NIA po ako, sa headquarters, magbibigay po sana kami ng workshop sa lahat ng empleyado ng headquarters. That was around 700 people.
Wow.
Correct.
Okay.
I know. I reacted the same way. Parang, okay. Kaya po. Online to ha. So we organized Zoom. I leveraged my connections also sa UP, ganyan. And on providing itong workshop na to, resilience workshop. And we did this, it's the same module, but we did it for 16 sessions. Para ma-accommodate lahat. Because when you...
batch by batch siya.
Correct.
16 batches. Para
Because when you talk about workshops, activity heavy, di ba?
Interactive daw.
Yeah.
Hindi siya yung parang webinar na saka tas millions yung nanonood kasi hindi siya interactive.
Oo. So hindi siya like basta-basta plenary, no? We wanted to provide debriefing sessions also. So bawat facilitator merong oras na to go into like breakout rooms and mag-debrief. And it was there that, there, and I personally witnessed that may mga tao na nag-express talaga na my husband died from COVID, ganyan, and there are some really who cried. No? And big sa akin na moment yun, because this is like such a big opportunity for me to support those people and make a bigger impact into not just how they can bounce back from that moment, but also how they can support themselves moving forward. So, kumbaga, yung debriefing sessions na yun, naging skill building moments din for us. And yun, after that session, I was able to mas naayos ko pa, na-refine ko pa yung offer namin sa mga companies. Doon, from there, we started providing like full-on programs na. And our goal really is prevention. Kasi there are a lot of clinics, yun yung pinaka-aware yung mga tao. Pag may mental health struggle ako, pupunta ako sa psychiatrist, pupunta ako sa mental health clinic, right? And those are interventions. What about prevention? So doon nag-focus si Tanglaw. How do we help these people build the skills that they need to take care of their mental health before they even have to ask?
Doon sa point na yun.
Yeah.
Before sila umabot sa point.
Correct.
Okay.
So yun yung naging journey ni Tanglaw up to now.
Galing. Wow. Doon sa buong journey ni Tanglaw, ano yung naging challenges for you? And paano mo nalampasan yung mga challenges na yun?
I think one of the biggest challenges was knowing who you're serving. When you
Your customer.
Yeah. Because when you work with companies, you're not working with companies, right? You're working with people in those companies.
Correct.
Right? So I think the biggest struggle for me was before I focused on like the company as a whole. I looked at their values, I looked at, so on and so forth.
Corporate
Yeah.
vision, parang ganun.
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
But it doesn't necessarily speak to the personal struggles that their people were experiencing. Even if I talked with HRBPs, yung mga heads ng HR, what they see is just one lens, one perspective. It doesn't necessarily encompass lahat ng na-experience ng mga employees nila. And so it was very important for us to be able to not only converse with the HR in a way na I can understand and articulate your struggle for you, but also I wanted to be able to support in a way na yung mga employees mo mismo, I can articulate their struggles as well. So that was like a process, that we had to go through to be able to refine yung offer namin in such a way na, okay, you're targeting exactly what we're struggling with.
You go to the roots talaga.
Correct.
Kasi lalo pag malalaki yung companies, talagang merong gap nung life nung nasa executive, yung mancom, tsaka yung life nung nasa ground, di ba? Nasa field, yung rank and file. Magkaiba sila ng life. And yun nga, when you go itong mga mental wellness, pwedeng magkaiba yung strategy. And very good, no? Grabe, ang daming learnings ngayon. So again, thank you and for your sharing your story, So for this episode, yung highlights, yung learnings for me, is one, wag kang mahihiyang magsimula ng maliit. You can start small and started as a group project. So, diba? So from a group project, nagkaroon ng opportunity. And because of that, ngayon, ang laki na itong business ni Ann, no? So the second is, you can formulate new strategies, especially during crisis. Like yun nga yung ginawa mo nung pandemic. Parang ikaw naging clueless ka rin. Lahat na bulaga nung nag-lockdown. No? So instead of making problems bigger by thinking of other ways na maging problema siya, you look for the solution. Diba? Look for new strategies, formulate new strategies para mag-thrive yung ating business. Third is know your customer. Very important talaga na alam mo kung sino yung kausap mo, sino yung customer mo. And lahat ng yan is to make impact sa ating customers, support them and help them bounce back. So, and para sa mga clients, sa mga viewers natin na viewers na kailangan ng support in terms of mental health, how do they reach you?
You can reach us at Tanglaw Mental Health on Instagram and Facebook.
Bago tayo mag-closing, alam niyo naman, dito sa Kuya E, hindi lang puro business and tech. Kailangan may inspiration din. So let me share with you this verse from Proverbs 11:26. A blessing is on the head of him who sells. Okay. Again, thank you very much. And
thank you, Eric. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for watching this episode. Kung gusto nyo pa ng mas maraming learnings, good vibes, at good news, make sure to like and follow us on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. At syempre, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel para lagi kang updated sa mga next nating kwento. Kita-kits ulit sa susunod na episode dito lang sa show na hatid ay good news.